Boom, 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 boom. Hey, what up, Blade? We just chilling tonight. Oh god, my hair does not want to stay up. I'm trying to spike up my hair. I said nope. Will refuse to stay up. Kind of my fault I didn't put gel. It is what it is. Oh, alright. Cool. I was curious to see what your status on your build. Have you came across any more issues? What, you don't feel like playing it on PC anymore kind of thing, or what's up? Oh, okay, cool. It's cool you're able to replace stuff. Give me a second, I'll get started. I need to check something really quick. Well, like my build died, I wasn't even playing games. I'm kind of spending like a lot of money just to go around in a circle. Okay. Gotcha. check here. Wrong word before. It's not the CU and resolution as now. It is running better. Although it's just kind of like the same. Like what is it? I still find it annoying that like my inputs don't really come out like I want to or how it's supposed to. But it's not like the worst thing in the world, to be honest. Let me pull up a game here. Oh, whoops, that's not what I meant to press. But this works anyway, so I can do like a... Am I able to do game capture or... I almost feel like doing just window. I think if I recall, I had to do game capture because OBS is a bit annoying about it. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. That's what I need to do. Now, damn, Australia. Hell no. Can't watch that. There we go. US. Thank you. But yeah, I still like I said, because I don't, because I hate consoles anyways. I'd rather like it's more like the idea that oh hey, I can. The hell did my music pause? Oh, it just like took forever to like stop. It's just the fact that you know, it's too annoying to do a stream setup with the PlayStation. So therefore, I rather just like stick to PC. No, like I said, no, you can talk about it. It's mostly the Pokemon thing. That's like the day that I prefer not to talk about, you know, like anything like KOF related. No, like, we can still talk a little bit. I'll just change the subject when I don't want to talk about it. You know, it's that simple. But what do you want to ask? Yeah. But no, I would rather just I'd rather just rock the PC anyways, because it's just easier to do the stream that way. Ding ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding ding. Ding. wasn't a KOF bug on a subject, so I'll ask: is having a team with 3 fireball? Who cares? Honestly, who cares? That's never like, I feel like that idea of like the only people that would complain about it is probably obviously like top players, because it's like, well, you gotta have like a variety or whatever. But like the thing is, especially with KOF, that almost doesn't matter when like there's so many hybrids in that game. If it was something rare specific like, you know, Marvel, maybe, but it's just more of a how can I say? I think it becomes like a counter pick kind of thing where, but that's like, you know, rather specific. Where if you were to rock the same fireball DP, like it's like, I guess, but not like, it's almost like it doesn't even matter. Because in the end of the day, it's all about what you want to play. Like that kind of like, I feel like that question is more of a when you get to high level type of thing. But it doesn't matter what your team is. If you can make it work, you can make it work. That again still doesn't even matter. I've seen like, again, I feel like that still doesn't matter. I'm trying to think of it. Because the thing is, like, if the same combo works, then fuck it, why do anything else? It just becomes more of a, you still have to be creative in your offense, but you are able to, you're still able to rock it in a way that, hey, what's up, Dark Law? Man, how can I explain it? I feel like not so much KOF. I feel like this could be correct in like Dragon Ball FighterZ, Marvel 2. But it's more of a, if the same 3 characters are just not good, then like it's like, why even do that? That's like picking, for example, all Shotos in Marvel 2. It's like picking Ryu, Ken, and Akuma. That's like the worst. That right there in that game, that's like the worst decision you can make, because in the end of the day, there's no benefit in having all 3 characters like that. Typically, you kind of want to have at least one of them. I think typically Ken is like the best out of the 3 Shotos. But because KOF is still just a 1v1 technically type of game, that doesn't matter. But in other games, it can matter. Right. It does matter there. But I feel like that would only work in like the idea of like if you pick 3 of the same archetypes, it would have to be like hyper, like I said, hyper games, hyper versus, or tag games. Possibly the only exception to this rule could be like something like Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Because essentially you're still playing Street Fighter, right? It's tag game. It's a tag game, but because of the flow, the only thing that matters in that game is just like the synergy. Really, Ken and Ryu can synergize, but it's like you're better off picking still something else. unless somehow, let's say by through some miracle, Ryu and Ken just happens to be top tier. So it's like, fuck it, pick them both, kind of thing. Oh shit. Yo, it's not gonna perfect. But I feel like that question, you don't have to worry about that in KOF. Or even similar like team-based games like that. But as I mentioned, it is a bad thing in like I said, in tag game, like team-based tag games kind of thing. That part is definitely true. Although funny enough that it's kind of rare that when it comes to like hyper games, you know, like the Marvel games, I would say more so today, it's kind of rare to just like, oh hey, I want to play Double Shoto just cuz. Because when you think about it, there's no Ken or Kuma in Marvel Infinite, for example. And I think they're gonna stop doing that at some point, where if they do like cross-up games, well, I feel like Capcom is gonna finally stop doing that. Of course, fighters being fighters does not give a shit. And you're gonna have like, if someone really wants to rock 3 Gokus, they probably will anyways. The only difference is that like there's actually differences in those Gokus. But yeah, I would say in that instance, yes, it's actually bad. But it's kind of rare you're gonna come across a literal equal clone that you're gonna feel like playing both. Because funny enough, even when you play, like, for example, if you play Marvel 1 and you do double Venom, double Hulk, or double War Machine, it's kind of funny that, what is it? What is it? It's funny that, like, those like doing double of those teams can actually work though. Team game like, well, because there's a lot to, you know, there's a lot you gotta keep up with. That's the problem with like those games. I'm used to it, but like I still couldn't like, I'm having super hard time playing 3 because unfortunately I'm so used to Marvel 2 that trying to do combos and then like trying to do like the entire like I don't know, I just can't. I will go to a lab and my fingers and my brain will never sync, and I'll accidentally do different combos I'm not supposed to, unless I'm playing Akuma. But the thing is, like, when you play a when you activate level 3 X Factor, literally any combo fucking works in that game. You even get easy loops. Hey, Superstar. And like the funny thing about like Marvel 1 is that you have War Machine, typical War Machine. And like the funny thing is like Gold War Machine is like really different because for one, he always has super armor or hyper armor, whatever it's called. He cannot block, and he is so heavy that his walk speed is abysmal, and you are just trying to like super jump your way in there. But when you do, it's like, it's rather devastating because you're trying to build that meter. You're trying to be like being annoying until you get the 2 bars and you do dual team attack. The same thing with doing double Venom. Red Venom has the easiest infinite in the game. The problem is that he has the worst health in the game. You can just raw super, he dies. But again, it's fair because he has a Well, okay, I'm not gonna say it's like extremely easy, but it's just the fact that he has a quite simple to do loop. Like fairly simple. Like regular Venom has a hard time doing it. It's easier for Red Venom. And the same thing can be said for like double Chun-Li. You can do like double Chun-Li in that game as well. Hell, you can even do double Morgan, funny enough. But the thing is, like, at least those kind of like have differences. Some of the teams suck though. Like, I remember like people would not do double Morgan because there's like no point. You're better off just playing regular Morgan. Double War Machine is actually viable and can actually be like, you can rock that in tournaments. So as awful as Gold War Machine is, the thing is though, if you use him correctly, he is a fucking menace. Because the thing about Gold War Machine is that like he can interrupt your supers. Because he can just attack. It's just what you're hoping for is that like if you can zone him and do a super that does so much hits, then he's stuck on that a hit stun or whatever. But the problem is like your opponent's already smart enough to just super jump. You can only like land heavy punches, like air heavy punches, and run away because he can hurt. You're trying to like prevent him from building meter, literally. The funny one is Roll in Mega Man, because even though Roll is a whole different character, she just has Mega Man's moveset, except for like the rose or the bouquet. Actually, who else is in that game that has like doubles? Oh, actually, I think that's all of it. Yeah, you got double Morgan, double Venom, double Hulk. Oh yeah, I guess Hulk is not even worth it because even though Orange Hulk is Orange Hulk is a Hulk with like better air combos, but he loses armor. Yeah, so there's double Morgan, double Hulk, double Venom, double War Machine, double you know, air quotes double Mega Man, but it's air quotes double Chun-Li. I think that's all of it actually, if I recall, out of like the secret characters. And then you have like the interesting one where you actually have like armor Spider-Man on Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. I remember like the extra characters. And then like Hado, Dark Hado Sakura. That's another interesting one. Oh, and then like I think he's called Mephisto, but it's like the alternate Blackheart. Oh, and then Shadow. Even though Shadow is actually its own character, because there's no Charlie. There was Charlie in an X-Men vs. Street Fighter. But yeah, to answer your question, it's more game dependent. But as I mentioned, I think this question typically affects more the Marvel games and not so much KOF and not so much no, I think KOF is like the only one because there's no other game like KOF. Any other 1v1 fighting game is typically 1v1 and not a team based, you know, fighting game, but that's like, you know, multiple rounds kind of thing. And then, oh wow, the way he comboed into it, that's funny. And the other funny thing is that like it's kind of rare that you would end up using like twins in today's fighting games. So I think at this point on, you're not gonna come across a character that has the exact same tool or whatever. Like even fighters, even Dragon Ball fighters, knowing how like oh hell no, you know, like oh look at all these Gokus, all these Vegetas. They still like each of those Vegetas and Goku still has something to offer that's different. So therefore, yeah. You actually don't have to like worry about it that much. So it's pretty rare. Let's talk about today's subject. LOL, how to be a better roommate. I was trying to think of an idea to talk about, and I realized, oh yeah, that's right. We haven't like the fact that, you know, let's talk about our shitty roommate at the moment, right? Once again, you know, we gotta bring it back, but this time, I kind of want to like, in a way, close this chapter because this chapter is about to be closed actually. It's just that the whole court system is stupid where I live. Because apparently trying to get rid of a bum from your home is a lot more complicated than we both thought, me and my good roommate. So I think this is gonna that chapter is gonna finally come to an end. And I believe that, well, without giving away too much in case she's listening, but let's just say it might come to an end finally. But like, it's pretty much respect is like, you know, the best. It's like the #1 answer, you know, to being a better roommate. It's just learn to respect. Clearly you have to pay rent like everyone else. So if you can't pay rent, it's like why even try to move in like to someone's home in the first place? Like if you never ever plan on paying bills, then you might as well like well, actually no, I think even your parents can kick you off after you turn 18. They had the right to kick, you know, just get rid of you. At that point, you're actually supposed to be on your own, right? And let's say, you know, if you can't, at least compromise by willing to help pay rent in the home. Unless you're lucky and you'll have to, then fine, whatever, right? You know, just don't even, whatever. But let's just say, like, unfortunately, you're dealing with that type of family, right? Then you have to compromise by just paying the bills in the home as well, right? But let's say, like, you know, let's say you got kicked off your parents' home. You're on your own. Or a tragedy happens where you have to be on your own. There's like a lot of things going on, right? So you have to move in somewhere, and let's face it, these days, the only way you can move on your own is by working 2 fucking jobs. Or pray that like you're doing well in school and like shit's being paid for you. The dorm, you know, for the college or whatever, you know, all that jazz. I pray that at least you're being like helped. Yeah, unfortunately, it's so we thought, right? We thought, but it turns out there was more fucking paperwork that we have to do. It's really stupid. Like, we were waiting this whole time, and apparently no, there was like another paperwork we had to do. It's legitimately this whole, like, that's why I said this whole thing is just fucking stupid. I feel like there's probably like a county or it, like whatever rules we have when it comes to dealing with this kind of bullshit. It's like state dependent and also county dependent. The reason that they want us to go through all this bullshit is because there's so many homeless just wandering around in the city, and that's what the city's trying to prevent. There's one thing I learned about America is that we can talk about a lot of issues, but the one thing that people don't ever want to talk enough. You know, the biggest issue that people never want to talk about is homelessness. It's called the law, unfortunately. See, it's kind of a good thing that, like, I had to use my brain and go, okay, there's more than this, all right? There has to be something going on, right? And I looked up all the info. And it turns out that, like, I see why people like her are just this fucking malicious. Is that it turns out that trying to help someone turns out to be just a shitty human being. You are actually stuck with them, according to the law. And you cannot, and this is the worst part of all, as it mentions, you cannot self-evict someone unless they do something to break the rules of the law. That's why my roommate and I have been trolling her for so long, because we're trying to see if, like, she'll get tired and leave. Right? So until, you know who finally comes and gets rid of her, we have to play by the book, as they say. Well, unfortunately, like, the thing about helping someone who's homeless, unfortunately, that's a fucking double-edged sword. Because there's a difference between homeless and bums. Because you already know a bum, they don't want to work. They don't want to pay bills. They're willing to just sit around, literally just sleep on the road, sleep on the sidewalk, sleep whatever the hell they want. Just so that they don't have to, like, they don't have to have responsibilities. The other issue too is that, unfortunately, the most common thing about people who are homeless is, they're clearly either criminals, drug addicts, alcoholics, just any type of person that does, like, self-destruct. They have, like, a self-destructive lifestyle, or just an extremely lazy lifestyle. And due to clearly having, like, really bad mental health, they will never change no matter what. Quite frankly, like, I think if there was some way, I would gladly just call the mental asylum and get rid of her, because the thing is, this person just has this, like, probably the biggest delusion ever in terms of, like, I should get things my way and that's about it, kind of thing. So unfortunately, it's one of those things where you have to really like, pay attention to those signs where, like, okay, like, this person actually wants help, and then this person is just, they just want money for their cigarettes, for their alcohol, for their drugs. So therefore, unfortunately, nobody wins. Yeah, it turns out that there was, like, more paperwork that my roommate had to fucking do, and they never bothered to explain that to him. Well, the thing is, clearly, well, actually, if you're homeless in the wrong city, like, you can just die in the streets and they'll just throw your body somewhere else. But I'm pretty sure most of the bigger cities have homeless shelters, and like, I forgot what, like, or I guess a good way to put it is like homeless centers where they'll provide food, clothes, you can take a shower kind of thing, right? Like, that's a thing for sure. Like, if the only way you're gonna keep yourself alive is you gotta do that stuff. But the thing about homeless shelters is that there is a curfew, and it makes sense why they do this. The problem is that majority of these, especially bums, they're not about that life. They just want to like just do shit. They don't like being like held down. In fact, fuck it, I'll just say like, my dad is a perfect example of this because he's a fucking moron and he just had this really stupid lifestyle that he has. Not always, or actually no, sometimes not even at all, which is unfortunate. Some do, but most of them don't. Typically, what a homeless has to do is go to a labor ready or a temp agency center, or like a job, like a temporarily job agency. They're on their own when it comes to finding a job. And the crazy thing is, like, Salvation Army, practically one of the few shelters that exist all across the nation, still requires you to pay, because the government refuses to provide, like, you know, funding for that kind of stuff. Some do, apparently some do, but most of them do not. So you're literally telling a homeless person to find a job so they can spend $10 a night at a homeless shelter. I should know, I've been that shit. I've been those myself. Mostly thanks to my fucking dad, really. It was kind of like his fault, but whatever. But the thing about my dad is, like, he's full of shit because he gets a check for like social security income. He gets a check from the government. He has no business being homeless. But again, this is literally the bum mentality that my dad has. He hates curfews. He wants to be the big boss. And he's old. So yeah. Well, okay. Let me be more specific. The food is free, and they can actually shower, technically. I believe that, like, some of them do allow you to take a shower. However, some don't. They'll only provide a shower if you plan on... Well, no, I think bullshit. They actually do. It's just, it's so complicated. Well, unfortunately, he's been doing it all, like, most of his life, and it doesn't matter to him. The thing is, my dad's really resilient, and he'll find a way. If he has to, he'll just fucking, like, buy camping gear and just fucking pitch a tent somewhere, like, some forest or somewhere where he can get caught. He'll do it, because he's a fucking lunatic. Like, he just doesn't give a shit. He's done it all his life. It's just like the problem is that he's been a little too lucky. So like, okay, I'm gonna give you a good example. So my dad was working at this one spot, and like, what is it? So because like my dad was actually trustworthy, because at least my dad is not a crook, or he's not someone who's gonna steal from you or anything like that. He's just a fucking lunatic. He's just whatever. He's old, and it's just one of those stupid things that I'm like, Fuck you. Yo, Superstar, when you brought that up, I was looking at the stats. In fact, I feel like looking at it one more time. And bro, yo, CP3 only scoring 4 points? Yo, what happened? Oh well. Like he was scoring big last game. Holy shit. 16-point difference. Oh no. Oh really? Oh no. You know, okay, and I feel like that has been happening like everywhere. I mean, well the thing is, at least he's getting a lot of assists still. Holy shit, 11 assists? I can't even be mad at that. But probably the scoring is not in his department today, but like, you know, he is still, you know, doing stuff. Let's see. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh. I guess guess what? I remember what I said? I feel like this team is fucking cursed. Like, didn't I say this the other day? I feel like the Suns are cursed. Man, if the Sun, and I'm looking at it right now, if the Suns can bring this back 15 points within like 2 minutes, that'll be nuts. But holy shit. And the problem here, this is not a good look on them either, because holy shit, how are you struggling against a it's kind of like, how are you struggling against like an 8 seed? I'm not surprised. That's you know what that you keep bringing up Clumsy. This reminds me of J.R. Smith. I remember like the biggest blunder during that one Cavaliers playoff game. That one will forever make me laugh. But let me see, where the fuck is the playoffs? Anyway, whatever. It looks like it's getting annoying when I'm trying to figure out the bracket. But yeah, I'm kind of it super reminds me of that. the fucking J.R. Smith blunder. It's funny because like you can tell like the clumsy ones definitely show in the playoffs and not so much in the season. And there are players like that where they get like really arrogant. Also, I did see that. Like, I was looking at the number of fouls. Holy shit, 24 for the Suns. That's crazy. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, like, my dad has been doing it all his life. Just being a bum, except a bum that gets money. Cause like he had housing. Just a goofball. Rip. What's the name of the player? Now I'm curious. And also, like, the only thing annoying is that, like, fuck, does my dad, like, hate standing still? Cause, like, he's been constantly moving. He'll go to Puerto Rico, come back, go to Puerto Rico, come back. And the sad part is, like, well, I guess he is, but it's just like it's just really just being he's just being a moron on like the way he does things. Yeah, but here's a problem, right? So like he does all this traveling just to be broke and then try to ask me for money, or he'll ask for shit and I'm just like, well, Dad, maybe stop traveling. Oh, but Dad, and it's like, no, just shut the fuck up then, Dad. Like, you are just literally you are acting like a 15-year-old again. That's what you're doing. You're just being an annoying teenager. Both. Or to be honest, just like Katy Perry, he's just hot and cold and doesn't know. Practically he doesn't know what he wants and he's never satisfied. No, but like I always troll him anyways because he knows like not to fucking bug me for money. Because we've gone through this song and dance before where like he wanted favors from me, except he will pick at the worst time. Damn, can't mess up the parry. Yep. All right. I was gonna check the player, but it's whatever. It's just it's just I'm always mad at him because like him and my mom ruined my fucking life, and then here he is like just practically just doing whatever the fuck he wanted. Practically, yes. Right. No, because like the thing is, so like in his moron brain, he has really nothing to lose. So he's willing to be stupid, going broke on shit and doing like just doing things just out of wasting money. That's why a lot of times I just avoid talking to him because like he'll only call me, oh, buy me some airline tickets, and I think he finally gave up asking me for shit because he started to realize that I was gonna start charging him a lot of money to do so. Sounds like a good thing in a way, like the kind of thing where if you knew you would die tomorrow and hit the fuck button. Nah, that's... He can do him, but he's just a fucking moron in the end of the day. That's not really a way to go in life because... It's whatever. Clearly he's not in the right mindset, but no one's gonna convince, like, nobody's gonna convince him, not even himself. I'm just like whatever at this point. Well, to be honest, it's not, but I'm probably like beyond done with his shit anyway. Yeah, but he won't. I think he stopped being stable like since his 40s or some shit like that. Yeah, like around 40, 45, I think that's when his mental decline started to go, and it's like, oh well. In the end of the day, Dad, fuck you for screwing me over. And then you said, what was it? Cam Johnson, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Cam Johnson. Johnson. Oh, it won't give me. That's the players. Cam Johnson. Move it forward. Well, here's the issue. This guy's still new. Only 2 years experience. Also, that's kind of depressing. I'm not seeing enough rebounds on him either for being a forward. Is he power forward or shooting forward? Kind of sounds like he's more of a shooting forward. We play all season. Yeah, because these numbers sound kind of bad. And also, it seems like he's not even like the main forward. Because I'm seeing average 20 minutes instead of 30 minutes. Oh yeah, small forward. That's right. No, sorry. I'm talking about NBA stuff. Blade. I went off topic for a moment. Okay, yeah. So small forward. I guess technically that would be like shooting forward. I forget like it's small forward, not shooting. But I think the problem here is that like, although it seems like right here he's actually improving each year. I guess technically he played 3. Okay, I guess technically it's 3 years, not it says 2, but like 2 years experience, but he played for 3 years. So even though his scoring is improving, the issue I have here is that yeah, like not enough in the shooting department. Yeah, only 40% on the field goal percentage. Although kind of impressive on the 3-point, but he's not even throwing enough. It's like he would throw like, I see 3-point made only 2.5 per game. And yeah, he's not, it's like, those numbers are not that good. Alright, but it's like, like you should be doing more. Like if you're not gonna be like, yeah, since he's a small forward, he's supposed to be making more shots. I don't see enough rebounds either on his department. Yeah, like only like 4 rebounds per game. It's like, damn. In fact, who are the other? Center guard. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's better for the leaders. Yeah, he's too new. Like, I look at like all the stats for like, you know, how they show like the top 3. I don't see him in anything. Obviously Booker, you know, the most points so far here. DeAndre with the most rebounds. Yeah, Chris Paul with, I mean, the assist is there. He's been like doing it forever too. 12 assists per game, and then Devin Booker with at least 4.5. Are you serious? Jesus, what the fuck? Damn, like, if he's supposed to be like a finalist for 6th Man of the Year, Oh fuck! There's a lot of people not doing a good job being a six man. Tell you that right now. Cause like the problem here too is like no matter what, look in the rebounds. And then let me look at 3 points, because I feel like if you're a small forward, you gotta be doing something. You're either doing assists, rebounds, or you're scoring threes, or you're blocking, you're something, or hell, even still, you know, you got there's something defense in there. Yeah, right. Oh, excuse me. So like, luckily technically he's actually at least top 5 in the scoring. At least. But the thing is though, McGee has the same scoring points per game, but he's excelling everything else. So I guess I'll give him that for the points at least, right? I'll give him that for the points, right? Oh wait a second. Correction. I'm looking at the playoffs portion. Oh no, yeah, season type playoffs. Oh wait a second. Well, hold on. Let me check regular season. I was interested to see at least the regular season. Oh, okay, hold on. I stand corrected. Season-wise, at least he's number 5 in the scoring department. I was actually looking at the playoff stats. And what was I looking at here? Or actually, I can just look at all. I don't even have to look. I can just look at all of it. So let's see here. So let's look at regular season numbers. Let's talk about that, right? So season wise, at least he's like number 5 for most points. Let's find out field goals made. 4 on average. Again, he's number 5 in that department. Percentage, I think he's actually doing okay, so he's a little bit less. He drops down, but then again, he's in the same percentage as Devin Booker. 3 points made. Wow, he's actually the best one. But then again, like as I was looking earlier, other players have made more attempts compared to him. But still, 42% on the 3-point. Currently number 1, actually. Total rebound department. DeAndre is 10, so McGee 6. Yeah, so Cameron is like way low. And then assists is like way low too on the assist department. I'm curious on the steal department. Okay, actually number 5 in the steal department. And Cameron Johnson. Yeah, turnovers, I don't see that much there. At least amount of fouls though, so that's kind of a good thing. You want to make sure like someone doesn't foul way too fucking often, right? Of course, like I said, this is just regular season. if I were to look at the playoff picture though here, so yeah, so everyone here's played 4 games total. So he's still number oh no, he's actually number 6 in the playoffs. And yet I'm seeing that McGee is actually performing a lot better playoffs compared to season. Now that I look at it too. Field goals made here. So yeah, he made 4 as I'm looking at it. So McGee has made 5 field goals and he's at 95%. Yeah, I was looking at 2. Yeah, definitely Aiton. Yeah, Aiden. And Aiton is also impressive at like 9.5 field goals made with at least 69% made on the percentage. So yeah. And then for rebounds total, yeah, Aiton got the most rebounds. Yeah, and oh boy. That's, you know, all I can say is they gotta get it together. Because no Devin Booker for a while. Yeah. Grade 1 hamstring strain that commits 2 to 3 weeks, which is practically the entire fucking playoffs. Like, all I can say is the Suns gotta get it together if they want their main boy to be back. They gotta get it together. Things are not looking good right now, I'll tell you that much. One thing I can say, probably the good news here is, well, they got another home game. If they can get it together at home, then they should be fine. Right? You damn. LOL. Yeah, but I understand because, like, you know. Well, then again, it's looking kind of like the entire playoffs is looking kind of funny because there's no sweeps. It seems like every team is like either 3-1 or 2-2. Which is rare because like I would at least see like maybe 2 teams, like both number 1, number 2 seeds would just swept like the first round. And I was watching the at the last second at work. I was watching the the Golden State Warriors game. And damn, they let us slip past Denver Nuggets. In fact, that was the game that should have just been over. But they lost by like only like 5 points, I think. Right? No, they were fighting this time. the crazy part is they almost like the Warriors. So apparently the Nuggets were like they were leading the entire time until literally 5 minutes, like I think 3 minutes to the fourth quarter. Then they started to lose that lead. But there was like they messed up 2 plays for the Golden State Warriors, and then that's how they lost. Yeah, so you know what's funny? I didn't realize he was in that team. I forgot his name, but yeah, I know who he is actually. I could have swore he was in another team, but I know who he is. Oh no, man, people are in love with that guy. I you know, now that I realize who it was, which I find it funny. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, thank you, Joe. Yep. Good old Nikola. Yeah, I didn't realize he was with the Nuggets. I could have sworn he was in another team. I forgot who it was. Oh yeah, no, no. Now it makes a lot more sense. I feel like also I think they must have been giving Stephen Curry like a lot of trouble this time. Yeah, I think they were really giving Stephen Curry this time. Cause he was like, I saw him struggle to play at the last quarter too. He had to like constantly pass the ball because they were on his ass. They wouldn't let him, they wouldn't leave him alone and shit. There was like really crucial moments they needed to like close out the game, and they let us slip. Yeah, but that's right, Jokic. I think that's how you pronounce it. I forgot how you pronounce it, but damn. And I realized too, I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? You're in that team, homie? Shit. Well, yeah. Getting back to the subject. Roommates. Right? In fact, I can easily give you so many good examples. That is, before this dumb bitch moved in, let's talk about my actual roommate, right? So, let's see. What's great about my roommate? Well, first of all, we play a lot of video games. That we have a lot in common. We talk about video games as well. We'll talk about like some anime. Like I watch more anime than he does. That's because he watched a lot more like shows compared to me. But that's fine because we kind of have a similarity in taste anyway. We share a taste in music. But the most important thing is we both like have common sense and actual fucking like human decency. I pay rent, and if I know something's gonna happen, I let him know ahead of time. Hey man, I'm gonna be late on a rent, but I can still give you this half, right? Because usually people will be like scrambling to like, oh, like let me give it to you next week or whatever, and then they don't get the whole payment in full. It's like if you're able to at least give them like a partial payment, then at least that's better than not getting, than just delaying the bill altogether, just delaying the payment. Because I'm pretty sure people will be more understanding that if you gotta feed yourself, if you need gas to get to work, then like they're not gonna get mad that, oh, but you know the money, kind of thing. Unless you've been paying late forever, then it's like, okay, that's getting annoying. But the fact that you're able to provide at least I would say try to give it half, right? You provided at least a good amount of money, like either half or close to half. Then it's like, okay, good, he's actually paying me, so therefore at least he's helping out with the bills. Right. And he knows for a fact that, you know, while I'm doing my money, it's like, oh, I'm just, you know, unfortunately I needed to like do this, or I had to pay something extra here, or I needed more food. But hey, I'm still gonna give you a partial of the rent, and I'll give you the other partial when I get paid again. But it's the communication that makes the most sense. Therefore, like, I gain his trust that, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. And honestly, I can just like pay him however I want anyways, because he knows he's gonna get the money in the end of the day. I'm not gonna screw him over like that. I've done that several times where like, I could pay him the whole bill, but fuck, I need to eat, or I had like an important purchase, and at the end of the day, he understands why. I'm not wasting money on bullshit. And then like it helps me to put like a little bit of guilt on myself and learn to like, okay, I need to stop doing this, right? I need to actually pay him in full from now on. I need to like manage my money better. What the hell? How doing sugar? You want to try that again? I feel like you're missing a couple of words in there. You meant to say, how am I doing? And also, wow. I hope you're not really calling me sugar, because that's such a that's such a Sutton talk. That's like Rogue calling sugar to like anyone in the X-Men in the X-Men universe. But anyways, okay, there you go. That's what you meant to say. I'm doing alright though. What about you? I'm just spectating. I mean, technically I do play Ryu. He's technically my main, but I'm just spectating at the moment. I just like to like watch Dirt Strike and talk. Sometimes I play, but most of the time I don't. I just like watching Dirt Strike. It's like one of my favorite games to just like, if I don't feel like playing it, I don't mind spectating and just having a chat. Just out of curiosity, ¿tú hablas español o Aturia? Or where you from? Ooh. But yeah, that's like that's like an important thing that like you need to like give respect to earn respect. However, like, but you also gotta be careful where you're moving into, right? Because like there was someone that I know, they made a big they made a big mistake moving in with someone that only wanted them for their money. Like, my friend got screwed over because he moved in just to avoid paying like high rent or whatever. The problem though is that when he moved in, he didn't even get a room. Because the problem here was he moved in a home where it's just like, oh man, how can I describe this? Practically like an overcrowded apartment, if that makes sense, right? Because there was already someone living there, and then he became a third person to sleep on the couch. Because that's like a weird thing that like people do, where there'll be like 3 to 4 people bunched up in a 2-bedroom home. And they're not even couples. It's just like... It's just like a groupies kind of thing. In fact, the crazy, Oh, thank you. The crazy thing that I remember was where I work right now. I used to have 3 coworkers, and I found out that they live with each other. Oh, correction, 4 actually. There were actually 4 people that live in the same fucking home. And as expected, they're all stoners. So it's like, wow. You're one of those people that you didn't plan your future far, didn't you? It's like even like in a way like trying to avoid rent. Or just try to pay like the least amount of rent as possible. I just want to have like all the money in the world to smoke weed. And I remember this. I've seen people that live like that. Like, they'll sleep on the floor. Like, one will sleep on the bed, the other one will sleep on the floor. And it's kind of like the same way. It's just like just crowded people. Like small parties just about every night kind of shit. Yeah, those were like the weird people that I used to hang out with back when I was in Florida. That was like, that's when even I think even I was like a fucking dumb stoner back then. But that's because I hung out with the wrong people. Yeah, that's a really messy way to live, because I think you will eventually just never like get a future. You're gonna always just try to move in with groupies, practically just other like either groupies, stoners, or just people that don't want to pay rent at all. Because then like the typical issue that I always see when it comes to like people all grouped up in an apartment is that eventually 1 or 2 people will lose their job, and then everyone else will have to like pay more rent, and then those people that lose their jobs will just eventually be useless and just hang around. And I'm glad I avoided that, because I almost fell into that at one point. Now, it is understandable. It actually sucks these days. It really sucks these days to like live on your own. It's practically impossible unless you work 2 jobs. But then guess what? Like, you're gonna barely sleep. You're gonna barely have time for yourself. Like, say goodbye to your social life unless you're gonna hang around in like a pub, at a bar or something, and that's it. I see people do that. That's all they have to live for. It's just spending money in like alcohol and cigarettes. I mean, hell, funny enough, I would not even care. I would live in a fucking studio apartment if I had to. I don't even care about having a room. Like, fucking my air quotes, my living room is my bedroom. And technically, I did live in a studio apartment. Well, funny enough, it was more like a break room. But if you ever been to what's considered a studio apartment, it's practically an apartment that doesn't even have a bedroom. So you have a living room and a kitchen. Oh, and a bathroom. Of course, they're all gonna have bathrooms no matter what. But yeah, a studio apartment is practically a no bedroom apartment. You got a kitchen, bathroom, and just a living room. What's funny is that typically when it comes to studios, it's, as the name mentions, you're just really using it to do like studio stuff, like either photography or video work. People don't really expect you to live there. But guess what? When you only want to pay, when you can't afford a $800 per month one bedroom home, then, well, yeah, you're kind of screwed at that point. You can't really, you're not gonna be able to afford that shit. So I wouldn't care. It's like, I just need a shelter. That's like my whole idea is that I just want shelter. I can care less. Like, I can care less that, oh, but I gotta have the, no. The only thing I care is that I have a shelter and it's somewhere where it's not shitty. It's not in the ghetto. I won't easily get robbed or anything like that. Right? That's all I care about. I get a shower, you know, I get a whole bathroom, I get a whole kitchen. Fuck the bedroom. Like, the living room is my big ass bedroom, and I can just design it however the fuck I want. As I mentioned before, I don't even need a bed. I'll sleep on the couch. Fuck it. Or hell, I can turn the couch into a futon or whatever. It just, I'm fine with that. Because in the end of the day, I can still turn my, I'll still have a stream, you know, I'll still have a whole streamer setup in the end of the day. That's like the most important thing for me. As long as I still get that freedom. I still get the whole, oh hey, I get to do where, you know, I get to still do things I enjoy. Especially when it comes to, like, you know, home decor or shit like that. Oh, either crashed or they already ended the match. Let me try that again. There we go. But of course, like I said, if you have no actual options and you need to live somewhere, or even like the person who owns the apartment or owns a home, they're like, fuck man, I still need some help paying bills, right? But roommates are always a double-edged sword, because the thing is, if you don't know them enough, then it feels weird going to a stranger's home where you may never know that they'll just fucking, like, they'll use you and then dump you, or they'll steal your shit and leave, or leave you high and dry with the entire, like, house or whatever. So therefore, it's like, fuck, do I really, you know, it's like, do I want to move in with someone who I don't even know? So that's kind of like the risk. The only thing I'm lucky is that one of my friends that used to live here, like, told me about this person. He told me, dude, he plays video games, you like this person, and I was like, okay, cool. Which, yeah, it was like honestly, like, this was the best decision I could have made. Cause let's say, like, you know, okay, I don't like staying here or whatever, right? Then I wouldn't, like, I would have gone too far into like buying all this like furniture and whatever, right? I would have just been like, let me just stick around like for 6 months total, right? And then save the money to get myself a deposit for an apartment. Oh, he doesn't care though. Like, the thing is, he doesn't even care. Like, because he's playing like, he's too busy playing like all other games, like a lot of other stuff. Like, he's been, I think I remember like he still he'll play Apex a lot. He's hooked on Elden Ring, and then he's now also hooked on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, I think it's called. Whatever the new like Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game that's going on right now, like the one's gone popular. That's what he's been hooked on lately. I know he mostly play roguelike games. Like every here and then I'll see him pick up a new game. Right? But he's definitely first person shooter and just like adventure game, I guess. Like, he'll play fighting games regardless if his friends want him to play. I keep forgetting to play him again because it's been a while. It's just that our schedules are like so conflicting. Cause like, especially on a work day, like by the time he finally gets off work, I'm just already heading to bed. Like, he has a really shitty work schedule. Bro, who the fuck goes to work 4 o'clock and then their shift ends at midnight? That shit sucks. I'll talk to him, because you're right, it's been a hot minute. But, well, for one, we're waiting for this bitch to leave, and then I'll figure something out. Yeah, it's definitely been a while. I know I think he's actually been playing more Street Fighter 4. Because I think he hasn't even, I don't remember if he even touched the new season of Street Fighter 5. I know, like, here and there I'll catch him playing Street Fighter 4. Oh, sorry, Ultra Street Fighter 4. With Velo. Oh, geez. What the fuck? Right, yeah. Honestly, I thought he was going to start streaming again. I remember he talked about how he wanted to start streaming, but I kind of knew he wasn't that serious about it. Because otherwise he would have, like, you know, talked to me and, like, you know, ask for help when it comes to streaming help, you know, stuff. Or hell, I thought he would at least stream with his son, because his son's really good at Smash. I mean, it's already bad enough that, like, I think last time I went to his home. Me and Martin tried to, like, 2v1 against his son, and he always wins. But then again, it's more like it's Velo's fault for not being a good teammate. Like, I'm trying to, like, keep my distance, and he keeps trying to fucking hit me. Yeah, he has a son. Actually, so, like, there is actually a regional here, for, like, fighting game and esports. I'm curious to see if they're gonna do it again. It's called F2Con. Wow, Chun-Li, way to get played. You flinched. But I think his son actually won the regional tournament, if I recall. In fact, that was the same tournament that I actually got to commentate for on stream. So that was actually a fun day, actually. Yeah, so we actually have a regional, but we're trying to find out if they're gonna bring it back because you know COVID kind of canceled everything. So I had to wait and see if they're gonna bring it back. Fuck it, I'll go. I mean, it's right here, it's right in the city, so. Yeah, but I believe his son actually won the Smash tournament. Although I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Where he can do like father-son, like, you know, 2v2s for like Smash Online. That would be like amazing. So he's missing out on that opportunity. But I'm not sure if he actually just either if he actually gave up on live streaming, or he's just not gonna really like take it that serious and just stream whenever he wants to. Which honestly understandable. Live streaming is more than just pressing start streaming and talk. In this industry, you gotta put a lot more effort. Either a lot more effort or be smart and like be smart with the system. But yeah, just try to be a good roommate. Yeah, it's like, it's funny because it's not even that hard. And the thing is, let's say like where you're moving into and then the person is a human garbage, then yeah, get the fuck out, honestly. The problem with people that owns the home or owns the apartment, they have all the power they want. So you have to like just move out altogether. Boop. They pay. Yep, that's the problem, right? People want to turn off their brain and yeah, just be annoying about it. Boom, boom, boom. But you're right about that, Superstar. People just love to overcomplicate shit. At work, at home, everywhere. You literally cannot win. Unless you do it yourself. Nah. Hold on a second. First of all. Wait a minute, hold on. First of all. These are not the right shades. These are the right shades. See, now I could do my optic blast. How you doing? How you doing, young? Oh no, I'm just chilling tonight. I just wanted to like relax and just spectate good old Third Strike while I'm just like chatting. How silly do I look? Let me get a close up here. Oh geez, these glasses. All good, all good. Yeah, just like I just wanted to like it's gonna be like a short stream tonight, anyways. I met the stream earlier, but as you missed out on the whole conversation of shitty roommates, I had to keep this one in check because it was a hot day today. The AC is on and she fucking had the doors open. So fucking amazing. As you expect, headassery. Oh my god, Chun-Li. You need to stop flinching. Man, unfortunately these glasses kind of suck. Cause like, the only problem with these glasses is like the nose part. They didn't like really, like I got a big ass nose, unfortunately. Oh shit. Be careful. Be careful who you bring into the home, because my roommate learned the hard way. I will say that. My roommate learned the hard way, and now we're just waiting for the police to finally show up. So that's all I'm gonna say. LOL. Let me need something to wipe my nose, because I think it's my nose is oily. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's... I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Yeah, I do be telling him about the pepperoni. That's for sure. Let's switch up because they went AFK and I'm just like, nope. Although honestly, I'm fine where I live, man, because like the thing is, like, my roommate is amazing, and it kind of feels like I'm actually in my own home. Like, we're both willing to share our food. We're willing to both buy the food. We both do dishes. We clean the place. Like, we're actually, like, you know, we're responsible adults here, man. We both do things correctly. That way I don't have to worry about a fucking kitchen full of fucking dirty dishes because of this fucking, because of this bum that him and I are dealing with. I don't gotta worry about like troublemaking and all that nonsense. And also he's like, again, like as I mentioned earlier, he's really flexible with the payments in case shit goes downhill for me. But yep. Oh snap, this song. Ba ba ba. Yeah, but like I was saying too, like roommates is a double-edged sword. You may bring someone who's really awesome, or you'll bring a roommate from hell. So therefore, do be careful, bro. Make sure you don't bring in someone who's gonna just steal your shit and leave, or leave you high and dry with the monthly bills. So shit. If you got to run a background check. Oh, come on, body. Just give me a few more minutes. I know I said I was gonna do a short stream, but goddamn. Oh jeez, I'm like. Then again, like this whole weekend, my job got me drained. That my sleep schedule's kind of fucked. I'm pretty sure when I hit the hay tonight, no alarms I gotta worry about. Got my 8 hours of sleep. Not gonna lie, I really want to stream longer, but holy shit, I'm about to get knocked the fuck out. You wanna go? You wanna know how sleepy I am? Hold on a second. Door. I love how I can actually lean like, yeah, that far. This is the first I can lean without feeling. Yep. So I got 3 minutes. 3 minutes I can successfully say, hey, I did a short stream. Meant to be longer, but again, like I said, a certain someone had to ruin it for me. Boom, bada boom. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, don't be a shitty roommate. You know, communication gets you a lot further down in life. Oh man, I just remembered something. Like, has anyone ever participated in like a subathon? That's been like mad popular lately. I'm seeing more and more top streamers doing subathons. Like almost every other day I see another popular streamer doing subathon. Dun, dun, dun. 30 more seconds and I can just hit the fucking hay. Holy shit, I'm sleepy. Oh jeez. Come on, 6 foot. You can do this. Just a little longer. Alright, but I'm gonna go and wrap this up. Because right now my brain is like. So, think it is about that time. And what's funny is I actually ate. I already ate. I figured that would be enough energy, but nope. I think my job got me feeling some type of way. Some type of way. Made me feel some type of way. Type of way. Fucking song, I quit. That stupid ass song is rent free in my fucking head. I forgot who the hell sings it, but that's where I got the whole like feeling some type of way. In fact, now that I'm curious, let me see who the fuck sang that song. Maybe. Oh, Rich Homie Quan. I forgot that's a fucking name. Yeah, Rich Homie Quan. Damn, I forgot. I forgot that's the name. I remember like that song got like catchy for like a couple of months, #1 or whatever. Yeah, Rich Homie Quan. That's the name. My pleasure, Superstar. Again, my apologies. I meant to stream much earlier, but like I said, I had to keep this bum in check. As expected, I did the right thing too. Keeping the fucking door open, letting like bees or whatever in the house. But I'll be back tomorrow for more Pokemons. We're doing Fusion, doing more of the Gym Leader Castle for Pokemon Stadium 1. You know, the whole shebang. Thank you for hanging around, guys. As always, good games. Peace out.